What's up, everyone? Aaron here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Iron Factory's EX-49P, The Last Prophet. This is obviously Iron Factory's take on Alpha Trion. And I'm pretty excited to have this guy in hand finally. This is actually the first Alpha Trion figure that I've ever had, so he gets a few bonus points for that. I might be a little bit biased because of that as well. But let's get on into it. We'll take a look at the box and what he comes with. And so here's the box. Standard Iron Factory box. Product shots, names, the year, color-coded purple. Product shots, Weibo link if you want it, alt mode. If you didn't know already, this is a retool of Scourge that they released earlier this year. Now, as far as his other accessories, instructions, as always. And his most obvious accessory is his staff here, which splits into two parts so that you can have him hold it and not drop it. And as you can see, it's just cast purple plastic, but lots of nice silver paint on it. Metallic blue here for the little jewel or whatever here in the scepter. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. And as you saw, he has two pairs of hands on right now. He comes with a set of holding hands for holding the staff regularly, and then another set of the angled holding hands, as you've seen with the Iron Factory Samurai series often. He will also come with a set of open hands and a set of fists will be installed on him when you get him, presumably to transform to alt mode, which I'll show you that you can really kind of transform it with all of them, but except for the straight up open ones, I think. So all in all, you will get 4 sets of hands, and you also get this flight adapter piece that will plug into him in his hovercraft, flying boat, spaceship mode, whatever you want to call the mode that he and Scourge have. So we'll look at that later. But let's take a look at Alpha Trion here. And I think he looks great. As is par for the course with Iron Factory, they let their plastics do most of their color work for them, and then they just accent it. So he does have a lot of nice silver paint accents throughout the figure that look good. All of this pink on his cape and wings, whatever you want to call them, inside, that's painted. A little bit of purple paint here, and on his horns he does have a little bit of blue paint in his eyes there. Kind of hard to see, but it is there. And then a little bit of silver on his face. So looking good as far as paintwork goes. I think he does clean up pretty well. Scourge does too. So I am happy with this. It's kind of hard to mess that mode up, but I like how the wings came off on both of them, and they really help both of the looks on both of the figures. But as far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint, so you're going to get a fair amount of down, a little bit of up, plenty of attitude. You can turn it about that far, but his collar is going to block the rest of the way. But you can turn it 360 degrees since it's just on a ball. His shoulder piece here is on a hinge, so you can move it however you like as far as that goes. You can move this piece. It just shows it kind of hanging off here, so you can move that however you want as far as that goes. But as you can see in there, just on a ball joint, so you're going to get up to there and back to there just because of the wings and stuff back there. He does have a mushroom peg there for bicep swivel. Elbow a little past 90 degrees. And obviously the hands rotate since they're just on the ball peg. He does have a little bit of ab crunch here, as you can see. so that's pretty cool. Waist rotation, 360 if you need it. These skirts move a little bit if you need them to. T-ball joints on the legs, so you're going to go out all the way. And about that far forward and back. You do have a thigh rotation as well. Knee bend, a little past 90 degrees. You do have an ankle rocker, and you can move it forward and back due to transformation a little bit if you needed to. So that works pretty well. He's pretty flat-footed, so works pretty good. But yeah, that's your articulation on him. He's pretty articulated. You can get him into some pretty good poses. Looks good in robot mode. Like I said, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with how he looks. So we'll do some size comparisons here for him. And we'll get into transformation after that. Here he is with Magic Square 1.0 Optimus Prime, New Age Straxus, and a fellow Iron Factory figure in our boy Runabout. So there's those. And as far as official figures, here he is with Core Class Optimus and old Legends Class Rewind from Hasbro as well. Alright, so let's get him transformed. Now, the instructions suggest for you to put his fists on, but you can definitely transform him with these, and I'm pretty sure, I was messing around with it earlier, and I'm pretty sure I was able to do it with these hands as well earlier. It's just the wide open, splayed open hands that you'll have to swap out. But it tells you to go ahead and turn his hands for whatever reason in the instructions. Now, you might get his head pulled off on the ball peg here, but you have to rotate his head here. The problem is he's got his prominent goatee, right? So you need to pull up on his head here a little bit and pull it out here. Then focus. So that you can then get his goatee to make clearance. And you might pop his head off. If you do, I won't worry about it. He goes back on the paw joint pretty easily. But you see there's a little slot there for his goatee. So just slide it in there like so. And then you can, well, first let's pull this back hinge up. So his back panel here, it's on a hinge. If you want to just pull it up, and you can see right there the hinges, 2 hinges it's on. You want to just pull that up and pull it all the way down like so. Now you can pull this piece up, his whole collar assembly, and just rest it like so. Yeah, make sure your arms are staying flush here. But you want to go ahead and pull his shoulder pads up and out of the way too. Now we'll come down to the legs, and these back leg panels here. Need to come up. And you'll see they're on a hinge right here. And you're going to pull them out on the hinge. You can just leave them out there for now. You're going to take his feet and they're going to fold up like so. But you'll notice here you have a peg right here for a tab, and you have a tab on his heel spur here, so you want to pull this up some in order to tab it into this spot when you bring these together. And then you can see where the legs just Combiner Wars style fold up like so. So just do that on both sides. So you've got everything nice and tucked in there. And then you want to rotate And, well, I forgot to. You want to turn these little toe things in. And, again, we're just going to bring all this together here. And like I said, I think I need to pull that up a little bit more. And tab the feet together. Come on now. There we go. Now, we can bring these panels all the way down underneath here, and you see there's a tab here that's meant to go in there. And yeah, the shoulder pads get in the way is what it is. Or not. Do I have that all the way down? Wow, sorry for that, guys. That was terrible. And then I get that one in, no problem. It's usually how it goes. So you want to come here and fold these two pieces down, and they kind of, if you get his legs right, they'll kind of sit together. I haven't seen another way for them to tab together. And then you want to bring this down right here. There's a notch right there. So and this was ugly, so I apologize for that terrible transformation. But let me clean it up and we'll take a look at it. And here's Alpha Trion in his flying boat hovercraft spaceship mode. And you know, it is what it is. His head's just peeking out here like Scourge. He's just folded up here. As you can see, the hands aren't really an issue. It certainly wasn't why I was so fat-fingered and unable to get these tabbed in earlier. But it looks okay for what it is. I mean, I do like the colors on it, the purples and the reds and whites and silvers, so it does look pretty good. So here is that piece, and I think it goes this way, like so. And I just killed the party wagon, the Hot Wheels party wagon, guys. So there you go. If you want to put him on a stand, you can do that. Not really any ports though for blast effects or his staff or anything like that though. So this is pretty much what you're gonna get as far as that goes. But you know, nice to have the piece to do that if you want to. But yeah, not a lot else to say about it in this mode. I mean, it is what it is, right? So I'll get a couple size comparisons real quick and we'll wrap things up. Here he is real quick with a New Age car, an Iron Factory car, Magic Square, Core Class Starscream, and old Hasbro Legends Bike Jack. So, to give you an idea of his size in all mode. There you go. So, final thoughts on Iron Factory's Last Prophet, aka Alpha Trion. I definitely love this figure. It's, you know, it's Iron Factory and they rarely ever disappoint me. It being my first Alpha Trion figure, like I said, I might be a little bit biased. I don't really have any negative things to say about the figure, honestly, other than, you know, the alt mode is what it is. I mean, it's functional, at least, I would say. So it's there, and what's important is the robot mode is great. It looks great in all the colors and everything. Sculpt looks great. I love it. And articulation's great. You know, I didn't really mention it when I went over articulation, but these back wings are articulated as they are on Scourge. So you've got all that extra articulation as far as that goes as well. And I just think he's a great looking figure. And if you don't have an Alpha Tron, I would definitely recommend him. So that's going to do it for the review. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Have a good one. Till next time.